Okay, good afternoon, everyone, or whenever this is posted. Um, Recently, so the cool thing about Facebook, okay, this could be cool or not cool, good or bad, but it brings back memories or posts like from a year ago, a few years ago, and one of the posts that came up was my opinion in regards to texting. The thing with texting. Okay, so my tone is pretty chill at the moment. If I made this video last year, I would have been very heated because I was very heated when I wrote this post on October 12th, 2019. Right now, I am looking at my post. I'll read some of it word for word, but I will also, explain my thoughts as well. Okay, so I'll start off with the bottom of the post. So if the too long didn't read version is respond to whoever you want, whenever you want, without feeling guilty. You are not an asshole. Okay, so as I'm looking at my post, I feel like um nowadays, because texting is way more popular than calling nowadays, unfortunately, people expect an immediate response. And if I am available, I will respond back right away. Sometimes I do read texts or messages immediately, but if it is not urgent, I will not respond right away. I might react to it if it's on Facebook because I like what you wrote and I do want to get back to you. It's just that I don't have the time at the moment, and I feel like everyone should understand that or pretty much that people have a life outside of their phones, outside of technology. I remember one time someone said that I was such a slow responder because I texted him and then he texted me back immediately. And then it took me a couple of hours to text him back each time. And to me, I think that's a good speed. I mean, I don't have the obligation to even like respond to him, but I don't consider that slow. And it's kind of sad nowadays that people expect you like to respond immediately as though you're like having a conversation. I mean, the thing is, the reason why I meet up with people when it is safe to do so, before the pandemic, right, is so we can have a conversation one on one. And I don't look at my phone, but I will, like, if I do have something else scheduled for that day, I'll let people know that, like, hey, I need to check my phone every now and then and whatnot. But I don't respond to non urgent texts or texts. Yeah, I don't respond to things unless it's an emergency. Okay, let me go through my post. It was actually pretty good. Okay, so just going to put this out here. Not responding to someone's text does not make you an asshole. That is true. If it is work related, I will respond immediately or as soon as I can. Yeah, if it's in regards to work, I will respond within 24 hours. I do not need to respond to non-work related texts in 24 hours. It may take me days or weeks. Okay, now I'm actually getting pretty heated because, oh my gosh, like there's just like so many people who think like, oh, like to respond back right away. And if I don't respond back right away, then there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. If there's something is wrong, then I just want time by myself. You know? Okay, I'm totally getting heated. Yeah, so if it's work related, I will respond immediately or as soon as I can. If it is personal text, I will respond in order of urgency. Yes, I will respond if it is urgent and if I see your text. Or if I feel like engaging in a conversation. So if I am bored or if I just want to talk to you and catch up. Actually, if at that point I'll call you if we're texting back and forth, depending on the situation and depending if I'm like not doing anything or if I can multitask at the moment. Basically, I will respond to personal stuff when it is convenient for me, or maybe I won't respond at all. Yeah, think about it. People are not obligated to respond to you if they don't want to, because it's their lives. I can choose who I respond to in whatever time frame I want. Whether it takes hours or days, it does not matter. It does not matter if it is not urgent. Not urgent. So if it does not have a sense of urgency, I will respond whenever I feel like it. Maybe right away. Maybe a few days later. If it's something really important, just a phone call will do, or just, sometimes I actually do forget to respond to text, so people can just text me again. Like, I don't really care if you spam me, but, it just annoys me when people say, hey, are you there? Or I hate it when people think I have to respond back, like, within the next few minutes, sort of thing. You should not have to feel guilty for not responding. Maybe it is ghosting. So what, Or maybe people are dealing with some internal struggles and don't have the ability or mental capacity to text in that moment. I'm going to repeat that sentence again because it is very important. Maybe people are dealing with some internal struggles and do not have the ability or mental capacity to text in that moment. Okay, you have to be considerate of the person you are messaging as well. Because there are times when I just want time for myself and I can't text back. Like, it's very overwhelming. Like, okay, I say, no matter who you are, I feel like we get more texts, more messages, more frequently these days. And sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to respond to every person. I will respond to you if it's related to work, if it is urgent. Other than that, if it's not urgent, then I will respond whenever I feel like it when I am not overwhelmed. Oh, people have lives outside of their phones. Okay, now going to. So this is still, I wrote this on October 12th, 2019. So recently, I've been receiving texts like, hey, Cynthia, are you there? Yeah, so, and I'm like, okay, I don't remember who actually wrote that to me. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can call me Cynthia or Cindy, whichever you prefer. Okay, so recently I've been receiving texts like, "Hey Cynthia, are you there?" And it was less than 24 hours since my last response. Why do people expect immediate text nowadays? Yes, I'm here, watching my anime or K-pop videos, and I do not feel the need to respond to you within minutes. Yeah. Okay. So people, I feel like the people I am friends with, we all have this mutual understanding that we will respond whenever we feel like it. If we don't respond, then we might have forgotten a text. Yes, people do forget, because sometimes when I respond to a text, like I'm in the middle of responding, but then I have something to do, like I have to turn off the stove or whatnot, then I, I forget about the text, and sometimes I forget to hit send. Like that does happen. People do forget to hit send very often, because I do it. Okay. Anyway, back to the post. It honestly depends on the situation. If we have plans, I will respond to you. Yes, if we've made plans for the day, like if we have plans today, I will respond. You will be the first person on my list that I will respond to constantly, even though you were like the most recent texter. I'll respond to the past texters later. And back to the post again. So it honestly depends on the situation. If we have plans, I will respond to you as soon as possible. If I want to catch up with you, I will make time for you. Yes, I'll make time for you. We all have priorities. And sometimes people don't want to disclose certain information. Like, you have to respect people's privacy. Because there are some things I don't want to share. I know there are some things you'd rather not disclose to other people. There is no need to explain yourself, like when you don't text within a certain period of time. So if someone texts you and you just don't feel like texting back, that's okay. You do not need to justify or explain yourself. Your true friends will understand. And if there is something going on, I feel like you would feel comfortable sharing it with them later. But either way, it's your life. Do not feel guilty. If it is not urgent, you do not need to respond back to the text right away. Okay? And on my Facebook post, I'm posting this because I do not want others to feel guilty like I have in the past for being a bad texter. What's a bad texter? What's a good texter? What's bad? What's good? I don't know. Like, I guess good means, oh, I text back right away. Sorry. No can do. Bad, I guess. What? Okay, I'm so heated. It's so bad. But, okay, let's finish reading this post and then I'll give you my thoughts on this. I also understand if you do not respond to me immediately or at all. Choosing to respond or not is your own personal decision. We have so much going on in our lives that we do not need an additional stressor. Okay, end of post. Okay, we all have our own lives. And you have to respect that other people have things they need to do. And just do not take it personally if someone does not text you back immediately. And I guess, to be honest, sometimes it might be personal. And if it is, then, well, okay. Basically, those who want you in their lives will keep you. They'll make time for you. If they don't respond back, don't take it personally. Maybe check up with them like in a week or so because they might have forgotten your text. They might have forgotten to hit send. But if they don't respond back for a long time and you've like contacted them in every way possible, let them come to you. And if they never come to you, then it's okay. Just move on with your life and just do things that make you happy. And like I mentioned earlier, like those who want you in their lives will make time for you. And okay, so texting, okay, so if you're the sender, don't take it personally if they do not respond back immediately. If you are the receiver, you do not need to respond back immediately. Do it in order of urgency. Do it when you think it's important to respond. So, like if it's work related, of course you really should respond, but like I mentioned a million times already, respond when you feel like it. If it is not urgent, because you have a life outside of your phone. Anyway, I hope that was informative. A little bit ranty, but thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.